Well, hello, Gauchos, and welcome to another episode of GauchoTV. Kicking off this week with the top 5. This week, top 5 things you should never buy new. Top 5 things, conversely, you should always buy used. Number 5, special occasion clothing. Assuming it's not for a wedding or something, if it's just for a fancy dance, something dressing up that you don't normally get, it's a whole lot easier to find those clothes at consignment stores, secondhand stores, rather than buying them outright new, and particularly if you're going to only wear them one time, you're really saving a bunch. And instead of being highly fashionable and trendy with clothes that you'll only wear once, instead you'll be ironic and quirky, which is cooler, so don't worry about it. Number 4, refurbished electronics. I can't stress this one enough. I've mentioned before, my TiVo is refurbished. The camera I'm shooting this on is refurbished, actually. It retailed new for 200 and some odd bucks. I got it for $80, refurbished, in the box, works great, right? Is this thing still on? Just kidding. Number 3, software. Video games, books, DVDs. That's 4 things kind of rolled into one, but software is really expensive when it's new, a whole lot cheaper when you buy it after it's been out for a while or if it's used. Same thing with DVDs and video games and books particularly. There's books that sometimes they're out of print. There's a book I really like to give out as a gift, and I found it online for like 20 cents plus the cost of shipping, which is considerably cheaper than when I was buying it new in a bookstore to give as a gift when it was like 15 bucks. So, number 2, sporting equipment. Let me tell you what, I would feel so much worse about the rollerblades that are in my closet that I never use if I had bought them new. But I bought them at Play It Again Sports, which is a great way. You can also find it on Craigslist. Also musical instruments, much like sporting equipment. If you're not sure you're going to fully commit, probably want to buy it used. And there's a lot of used sporting goods stores, so many that there's national chains of them. Number 1, cars. And I know it's ironic because I've told you how to buy new cars in the past, what new cars to buy. It's totally a personal taste issue and a personal needs issue, but if you can possibly avoid it and you can find a 2-year-old car, that's usually a better deal because they're still under warranty if the warranty is transferable, and you miss all that depreciation. Now I'm leasing, so it's not exactly the same thing. Instead, it's more like I'm renting a really expensive car, but that's just sort of the situation I was in. Your mileage may vary, pun intended. That's it for this week's Top 5. Now more Gaucho TV, so stick around as I fade to me. Here I go. Whoosh. Hey Gauchos, wow, that was quite a transition, huh? I'm impressed. Anyway, I'm very close to you this week. Okay, so this week's Gaucho TV is all about getting over the Walmart stigma, right? Let's just address the elephant in the room. Walmart. When you say the name, it means something to everybody. For some, it makes them angry. For some, it's a feeling of complete and total peace. It is, as a company, gigantic. So if you want to avoid it and be a discount shopper, it's kind of like avoiding oxygen. It's really hard to do. They have locations everywhere, all over the globe, and they are notorious for being a place where you can save money. So when a company gets that big, they can't really avoid controversy. It's just impossible. When you become a flow-through point for so many people and so many products, it's just invariable that you're going to have some good and some bad things happen. It's like a microcosm of modern consumer life, right? It's Walmart. Now, if you pay attention to such things, you know that Walmart has been in the news a lot lately for many good and many bad things. So here's a list in case you missed it. For the bad things, they just settled a huge class action lawsuit. It was the largest sex discrimination lawsuit in U.S. history. You know this Hannah Montana person? Well, they're still selling the Miley Cyrus jewelry that has cadmium in it, evidently, and cadmium is bad for you, I guess. I'm not a scientist, I don't know. But anyway, they're still selling it, and it's allegedly toxic jewelry, and you can read about it online. And then, of course, there's peopleofwalmart.com, which if you haven't been, you should go to. Under the listing of good things, well, they've donated billions of dollars in foods, billions with a B, dollars of food, to food banks all over the country. They've donated thousands and thousands of dollars in grants and donations to local charities, philanthropic organizations. And of course, under good things, I would include peopleofwalmart.com because it's hilarious. And there were things that even I can't figure out. Their gross margin is down 8 basis points, but profits up 10%, but sales fell 1.4%, which missed market analysts' estimates. So things are down, but they're up, but they're down. Clearly, some people are still shopping there. Many people, millions of people, all over the world. The real stigma is the stores, which have undergone a very mild renovation along with their new logo, right? But there's still that whole, like, I'm slumming it by shopping at Walmart vibe. How do you get around it? Well, you can check out their website, walmart.com, where you can buy almost everything in the Walmart online. Not only can you find deals there, actually you can find out what's new, what's cheap, what's going on at your local store. You can even get free stuff. You heard me right. Free. Check it out. Okay, so on the main page, if you go down and you click on In Stores Now, you'll see what's going on this page, right? So you click on Free Samples, and you'll see there are a bunch of free samples to check out. There's toothpaste, online tools where you can calculate body fat percentage and workout calculators, and you can download free music. Check this out, right? Free music to download. They'll even show you how to drop by some local Walmarts in the greater Orlando area to save cash on tickets to Disney, Universal, SeaWorld, Busch Gardens, even the Kennedy Space Center. So pretty wild, huh? And they have things so neatly arranged you can do pretty much all of your Walmart shopping online. Now, like I said, most of the groceries are not available that way, but really, if you're ordering hot dogs online, aren't you at a point when you really need to reevaluate your whole life situation? I think so. Anyway, check that out. A lot of great deals online. And that's it for this week's episode of Gaucho TV. I'll be back with you next week, and I've got some very big news, and I know I say that a lot, but in this case, some big news regarding, regarding your iPhone and Gaucho. So you can probably guess where I'm going with this. Anyway, see you next time on Gaucho TV.